time for some more building. We're going to be combining kits today, so we're going to be doing 4 and 5, trying to catch up because we have up to like 14 right now. But we don't want to cut on the detail, but we also want to make sure we're giving you guys more than just a little to look at each time. So we have some interesting elements here. We're going to be checking out. I see one little like boot over here that we're going to be assembling. So one of the feet is starting to come together, and then some other fancy design elements. So this is quite heavy. We have metal. Again, we have the nice resin as well, and we have some tiny little screws in there. So we'll be taking that screwdriver from part 1 and getting it together. But come on in and let's check it out. Okay, so today we're going to be working on a shin guard, essentially. I know it has a better medieval name for it, but with the Lich King here, he loves his skulls. Very easy to assemble this part. You can only put it in one way, the little horn here on the skull. We have a nice metal component here, and you can see a magnetic portion on the inside, so this will clip on, I'm sure, at some point when we get there. I love how they design these. There's only one way everything goes on. It won't fit any other way, so it's hard to make a mistake, essentially. And it is a little forgiving if you do. So this will all connect this way, and then we're going to have some screws to connect it on the bottom here. Came with the screws we need. And that screwdriver from part 1, don't throw that out. It's got a nice magnetic top to it. And then this skull will sit on here like this, and this will be the assembled shin guard or cover essentially. So I'll get that together in the meantime, and then we'll start working on part 2. Or actually, since this was part 4, we'll start working on part 5. Okay, so we got our completed piece here. I put the screws in so you can see all the way around. Looks pretty sharp. Again, it's got that magnetic portion on it. So we'll come back to that. And now we have the shoe. This is metal, so quite heavy, and it needs to be. It's the foundation of the character here, of the entire figure. And then we have this little decorative ornament here on the back. Again, it's going to have one of those skulls with the horns, so we have to put this in. There's only one way it's going to fit, and it's going to be this way. And it will secure in there just like that. This one, however, requires a screw. So we have to take our little screws here from the bag. This is a different kind of screw than the other one. They always give you one more than you need. So you know if you're not doing something right, if you have extra screws. But in this case, this sits in here just like this. And then we pop in our extra screw. Again, that magnetic top here really helps with the bit because you can see these screws are very tiny, and having that magnetic portion on there really helps you get the screw where it needs to go. So some of these I like to just kind of start the screw through the thread because they're kind of hard to find, but this is essentially my favorite tactic for doing this. I'm sure you have a better way of doing it, but yeah. I've also found that occasionally the screwdriver is just a little too big, and I've had to go to precision screwdriver sets, but this is essentially what you're going to have to do. So I'll get this in. I won't make you guys watch me put the screw in entirely, but you have the horn on there, and essentially it's just going to attach to the front of the I think the front of the shoe, or the back of the shoe. So like, I think it goes on the back of the shoe like this. So that will be the end of the decoration there, and that will complete our part 5. Easy one here for this build. This one, there's a lot more parts for the shoes and other sets, so I think we're going to do 6, 7, and 8 next. But we'll take a quick look at what we have to date. All right, so we're getting some pieces together at this point. We got the pauldron we built in a couple steps for the Lich King over here, of course, with his head. So you're getting kind of a size idea, the scope of this guy at this point. Then we had the hilt with that light up function on there. That is going to look great when we get that whole sword together. But we just have this one portion for now. And then we got the shin guard here for the foot. I want to say this is the left foot. It looks like the left foot that will sit on there at some point. And then the rest of the shoe. I mean, this doesn't just sit on here. This will connect when we get the whole rest of the foot put together on the back there. So getting just an idea of how big this guy is going to be. He's going to be quite huge. I mean, you can see this almost fits on me. So it's kind of like 1-to-1, or I'm sorry, it's 1-to-2. So it's a half scale of like a person, but I'm sure the Lich King's a little bit bigger. But it's going to be quite large when we get it all together. And it's going to weigh a lot too. I mean, this is starting to get heavy, and we're just a couple parts in. So a lot of steps to go, but we're making some progress. It's starting to come together and look like something now, just not a floating head. So stay tuned. We're going to have much more. And like I said, next time we're going to go 6, 7, and 8 and do a couple steps to see where we get on that. And then we'll just keep doing a couple steps together to make a little bit more progress. So that's all for this time. Stay tuned for more from Fanhome here. And if you want to see our Darth Vader build that we're doing, head over to Rebel Scum. We've done a couple on that. We're going to be adding some more now. We're going to be ramping up the steps as well. So like, subscribe, and follow. See you guys next time.